Welcome to the Good Life Fantasy Sports Week 3 running back rankings. Today we're going to break down the top 35 running backs of week number 3. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to it. Number 35, we have Tyrone Tracy going against the KC Chiefs. After last week, it looks like Cam Scadaboo has taken over and passed Tracy on the depth chart. Tracy also has a questionable tag for this week, although I do expect him to play. But being in a full-on timeshare now with Cam, his upside is very limited. So he comes in at number 35. Number 34, we have David Montgomery going against the Baltimore Ravens. Number 33 and 32, we have the Cleveland Brown rookies going against a very tough matchup with the Green Bay Packers. Judkins played his first game for the Browns last week and looked solid and jumped up the depth chart. Sampson, I believe, will have a little bit better game this week just because I expect them to be trailing against this tough Packers defense where I don't think they'll be able to do much running against them, but Sampson will get some opportunities out of the backfield catching the ball, and that will give him the edge this week. Isaiah Pacheco comes in at number 31 against the New York Giants. Pacheco has not looked very good or put up very good numbers in the first 2 weeks. Lucky for him, Kareem Hunt, who's the backup, has not done anything either. So this Chiefs backfield is just not that good. We'll have to see later in the season if they bring in someone or make a trade. But right now, neither of them are doing very well. Number 30 is Travion Henderson going against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So far, Henderson has not lived up to his average draft position and underperformed a little bit. Zach Charbonnet comes in at number 29 going against the Saints. Week number 1, it looked like Charbonnet was playing even with Walker and had the better game. But last week, Charbonnet did absolutely nothing in plenty of opportunities. And this week, going against the Saints, they most likely won't really need Charbonnet's catching ability, which he excels at compared to Walker. So his upside, I think, will be kind of limited. But he still should get some opportunities at splitting the carries with Walker just because they want to keep Walker fresh. And they probably won't need Walker to do a ton of carries in this game just because it's going against the Saints. Number 28, we have Cam Scadaboo. He goes against the Dallas Cowboys as he has taken over probably a 55-45 split or somewhere around there. Either way, he's just looked much better than Tyrone Tracy when he's gotten opportunities, and he's fun to watch. Number 27 is we have Bill. Jaden Daniels is questionable to play this week, and he won't be practicing, so you'll have to check on Friday if he's going to play. Even if he plays, I expect them to lean on the running game a lot more to try to keep him healthy. And if he doesn't play, Marcus Mariota will be the quarterback. So they'll lean on the running game because they have a backup quarterback. Last week, Merritt went against the Packers defense and he could do nothing against them. This week, he has a much better matchup against the Raiders. So he comes in at number 27. We'll see if he can show something against the Raiders. Chris Rodriguez will be elevated and probably get an opportunity at some carries. Jeremy McNichols will take over for Austin Eckler's role in the passing game. So Merritt will be goal line and early down work. So we'll see if he can make an impact again. An easier matchup this week. 26, we have Ramondre Stevenson, who had a good game last week and showed he's got a good grip on the more lead role for the Patriots. He goes against the Steelers this week. 25, we have J.K. Dobbins going against the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins has had 2 solid weeks and has a firm grip on the number 1 role for running backs for the Denver Broncos. Rookie RJ Harvey has not shown much for them so far, and so it's been all Dobbins, and it's looking like it will stay that way for a little while still. At number 24, we have the other side of the field, O'Marion Hampton. He goes against the Broncos. 23, we have Jalen Warren, who continues to have a stronghold on the Pittsburgh running back room. Kenneth Gainwell has been the backup, and Caleb Johnson has basically been a no-show this year. So Warren's got majority of the opportunity. They face the Patriots. He comes in at number 23. Number 22, we have DeAndre Swift going against the Dallas Cowboys. DeAndre Swift is not flashy. He's not going to put up huge numbers, but he has a decent floor. Will get you 8 to 11 points because he catches 2 to 3 balls and has enough volume on the ground to be a running back 2 for you. Number 21, we have Kenneth Walker. Talked about him a little earlier with Zach Charbonnet. He should get lots of opportunities against the Saints this week, but hopefully he can do enough in those opportunities. I do expect Charbonnet to still get some just because they do want to keep Walker healthy and keep him from getting any more of those injuries that he's had in previous seasons. Number 20, we have Tony Pollard. He goes against the Colts. Kyren Williams comes in at number 19 against the tough Philadelphia Eagles defense. Alvin Kamara comes in at number 18 going against the Seattle Seahawks. James Conner comes in at number 17 against the 49ers. Javonte Williams comes in at number 16. He goes against the Bears. He had another big week last week with another touchdown. And so far this year, he might be the steal of your draft. See, if you drafted him late, he's put up huge numbers. Chuba Hubbard comes in at number 15. He goes against the Falcons. Ashton Jeanty comes in at number 14 against the Commanders. Breece Hall comes in at number 13. He goes against the Buccaneers. The Jets do have a backup quarterback this week in Tyrod Taylor. Taylor might actually be a better passer than Justin Fields, and he can still run a little bit, so I don't think the Jets are going to have to switch up their offense much. And so I think they will run the ball a little more with Breece Hall, and maybe he'll get some more dump-offs from Taylor. So I don't think there'll be much of a downgrade for Breece Hall this week with Taylor under center. If anything, it might help him a little bit more. Travis Etienne comes in at number 12. He's another guy in the mix for steal of the draft. He goes against the Houston Texans. Jordan Mason comes in at number 11. The Vikings do have a backup quarterback in Carson Wentz, but I believe Wentz will probably play better than J.J. McCarthy, and that should help the entire offense, having a veteran quarterback back there. Aaron Jones just went on the IR for the Vikings, so Jordan Mason will take over as the bell cow for Minnesota now. They did sign Cam Akers to the practice squad, and I expect him to be elevated to be their backup either this week or for sure next week. But for this week, I expect Jordan Mason to get basically all the carries and maybe even some passing down work, at least for this week until Cam Akers gets up to speed. Devon Achane comes in at number 10. They go against the Buffalo Bills. This game is on Thursday night, and Buffalo should get up big and early against the Dolphins, so they will have to use Achane probably in a lot of passing down work, and he should get lots of receptions as they try to come back in the game. Very unlikely. Number 9 is Bucky Irving. He goes against the Jets. Josh Jacobs, who has just been very steady this year, goes against the Cleveland Browns. He should have another solid top 10 fantasy week. He comes in at number 8. Number 7, Jonathan Taylor goes against the Titans. I expect this to be a good matchup for Taylor, as the Colts should get up, so then they can just run the ball and pound it down the Titans' throat with Taylor. Jahmyr Gibbs comes in at number 6 against the Ravens. Should be a high-scoring affair against the two teams. I expect them to have to use Gibbs in the passing game a lot, so he'll get his opportunities there. Number 5 is James Cook, who is turning out to be one of the best backs in the league this year from fantasy-wise. He goes against the Dolphins. He should get lots of running opportunities. They might not need to do as many passing opportunities to him, but he has a very good shot at coming back with a top 5 performance this week. Derrick Henry comes in at number 4 against the Lions. King Henry still has it, he's shown, and has been a good contributor this early. Saquon Barkley comes in at number 3 against the LA Rams. Christian McCaffrey, still healthy, so that means he's still good. Comes in at number 2 against the Arizona Cardinals. Bijan Robinson is our number 1 back this week. He goes up against the Carolina Panthers. So that is our top 35 running backs of week number 3. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and we'll see you next time.